time, and I got my hair. Steelers Nation Australia headband. We'll get you some like high socks. Get you some like these shorts.
Hey,
you're standing up.
Easy.
Yeah.
It's like balls of fairy.
So when JJ52 says, will Ray Gun make the 53? No, she's cut.
If you're not going to take Ray Gun, I know a place in Western Pennsylvania where she'll fit right in. Right at the cookie table at a wedding.
She could be my second string long
Call her
snap.
Dr. Boogie or the Dr. Get Down and tell her she has a PhD in Get Down. Like, play the music,
You know what? If she'd had some bling, and looked like LL Cool J and I'm gonna knock you out, she might have won.
Steeler Nation, welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia, and also welcome back to Steelers Dynasty Podcast. And if you are new, consider subscribing to Shano and Bubba because they're on the mission to go to 500 Subaroos on Steelers Nation Dynasty Podcast, both together. No, they're not. They're on. We should combine them together. You know, no, they are Steelers Dynasty Podcast. And the first thing I want to ask is, Bubba, how are you alive?
Barely. Ladies and gentlemen, I jumped on Mark's 12-hour journey the other day, and let's just say I went to work on about an hour and a half of sleep. I worked 12 hours, and then yesterday I had no physical energy to do anything besides sleep. I didn't do anything. I didn't do any Steelers stuff. I didn't watch any wrestling. I talked to my wife, and I went right back to sleep. And let's just say, I don't know if I would ever do that again, but if I do, I have to get it as a full-time job. That's the only way I'll do it again.
Yeah, it was very taxing. I'm glad I did it. I won't be doing a 24-hour stream ever again. L12. We did it. We had fun. Shano, how are you, mate? He's good. See, he's tired too. He's all out. He's all out of that Shane like energy. He's done.
Well,
I ran out of Coke.
Yeah, that's what we needed.
I wish I had some. Oh, I would have been
fine.
Another 12 more hours after that.
That would have been the best stream ever.
Oh, it would have.
We would have been high as a kite. But fellas, how are we doing? We're now on the last day of training camp. I think the Steelers are. That's it for Latrobe, and they go back now to Heinz Field or their practice quarters. There's like a live session soon. They practice with the Buccaneers, I think tomorrow or the next day. Yeah. So how are we both feeling about everything with training camp and the preseason going so far?
Well, I liked it, but it has been tremendously hot. So these guys in the trenches on both sides of the ball in August, working out in this heat, will make them winners in September, October, November, and December, I believe. But it's been hot. Today was 90-some degrees in Western Pennsylvania. And just to get in those pads and stuff and run around and do those drills, they would have took me out on a stretcher.
Yeah, that's they're only Australian here, but that's my 35 degrees, which is really hot. And you guys don't have like any ocean cool breeze in the afternoon like I get. When it gets hot here,
we got
around 1, 2, 3 in the afternoon, ocean breeze comes in.
We got cricks in creeks.
Is that like a lake, a creek?
Oh, it's
like Dawson's Creek.
Dawson's Creek, yeah, like a little bit of tributary water. Yeah.
Jeddah was I hate cocaine, but I love how it smells.
I didn't know there was a smell to it.
Get it? Because you got to go.
I guess there's.
No, he's saying because he smells it up his nose, Bubba.
Oh, well, I didn't know there was a smell to it. I figured learn something new every day.
No, because you got to use your nose to smell it.
No, I can't breathe.
Oh, it's gone over Bubba's head. Shane, how you doing with all this Pittsburgh Steelers stuff with the training camp and the preseason? How are you feeling? Yeah, how are you feeling about the team just right now? Like we're in the thick of things.
I really am having second thoughts. You know, like Mason Rudolph, Skyler, quarterbacks look pretty good. I mean, you know, Ron could just have retired, and I think the Steelers would have been all right. They got some good tight ends. Who would have thunk it? Roman Wilson is a number 3 back or receiver, so that's good.
Yep.
Nichols is a legitimate. Maybe might make the team.
I think he may.
And you know, that towering tight end is on Washington is on everybody's dance card for better or for worse. But yeah, it's good. So all's good, guys, in Latrobe.
Gene's got a trivia thing about. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Gene told me like years ago. Apparently, Gene, remind me. Wasn't Alex Highsmith the baby? Alex Highsmith played the baby in Dawson's Creek or something like that.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Gene, you know what? If Gene, you're there right now, you got to save me, Gene, like a minute. Alex Highsmith played the baby in Dawson's Creek, I think. Is that right? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, he's a baby.
I never heard of that.
Season 1. Yeah.
He's a movie star.
Yeah, he played. He was a kid apparently on the show. He was whoever's baby he was.
Whoever's baby. He was Mike Tomlin's baby.
Yeah. No, whoever's baby on the show. Gene told me that 3 years ago, and I've always remembered.
Never.
So there's some trivia for you.
That's some trivia that you would have smoked everybody.
Yeah, I was just talking to Gene about something. He's like, oh, by the way, Dawson's Creek, Alex Highsmith was a baby on the show. I went,
wow.
What?
I did not know
that's not real.
That would have been a great poster for training camp. Alex, I loved you in Dawson's Creek, and a picture of a baby.
Yeah, I don't know whose baby it was. Highsmith.
Was it the guy who was in Varsity
1.
Blues? What was that guy's name?
He appeared as a newborn son of Bessie. Who the fuck's Bessie? Bessie Potter. And Body Wells, episode 6.
Wow.
There
He
you
probably
go.
gets a residual
Baby
check.
actor.
He gets a residual check. He's got no words. Wah! That's all he got.
Does that mean every time it gets played on the on TV?
Every time it gets played on TV, like when I tried to do a TV show, I had to talk 9 words.
Wait,
and if you talk 9 words, you can get paid.
Who's Bessie and Bodie? Is that I don't know. Remember who they are?
I have no idea.
Watch Dawson's Creek.
I'm tapping myself out. I have nothing to do with Dawson's Creek. Maybe if I would do fishing somewhere in some creek, but other than that, that's about it.
Okay. Anyways, he was a baby for those two.
You would have bet me $100. I would have said, I have no clue what you're talking about. And
Joey's older sister.
No, I got
You are a pop culture whore.
Yeah, Gene, you wow.
You win the prize. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I thought that was something I'd remember from last time. So, Bubba, I want to ask you this because you can catch me up too. I saw bits of it. You just did a video talking about some of the injuries. Can you just go a rundown of what's happened in the last 24 hours?
I'm going to put my doctor's goggles on with my stethoscope, and I just happen to look like Calvin Austin has been hurt with the abdomen injury.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be ready hopefully for the regular season, I hope, because I don't know what it takes for if you got an ab tear, because I personally have I had high hernia in my area, and it's a bitch, and you have to get surgery, and I'm not doing that yet, so I don't think it's that much. It could be a tear. He probably has to take it easy. And then I heard today at camp that Aaron Rodgers got stepped on by Troy Fautanu. So I mean, he got ice. He went through it, and it's okay, but you do not want to get stepped on by a 300-pound guy, no matter who you are. So we shall see how it looks, because I know Saturday he'll play at least one series.
You reckon?
I think so. He has to, because they have to have the first team offense in there one series, because the third game they're not going to play anybody. They're going to be playing people that they are able to make the team or not make the team.
Did Tomlin say he's going to play?
Well, Tomlin didn't call me yet. He did not say that they were playing, but I am just making hypothesis, stating that the first team will get one series.
I heard an interesting viewpoint in this. It was one of the guys on. It might have been like Trey Essex in his new show. I think he was saying that the fans want to see him, but we don't have to. He doesn't need to play because Coach Tomlin already knows what he's ready for. You know, they do it in practice all the time. He doesn't need the live reps like that. But I'm just saying, like, the fans want to see Rodgers 110% by far. But in terms of a veteran quarterback of his stature, if he went the whole season without playing, it's not going to wreck the season. You know, because they're getting live reps in training camp. They're going to do a live rep thing against the Bucs. You know, that's game time experience, and he's just getting ready for the Jets. Like, if there was no training camp, it's not going to affect the whole season.
No, but I still like to see how he interacts in game against somebody else besides the Steelers defense, which the Steelers defense, I think, has been kicking the offense's ass this whole training camp.
Yeah, but it's just one of the worst things, though. I think if he's out there, you want to have everyone out there, I think. You want to have, like, Metcalf and all his weapons so then he can get the ball out fast and the O-line. But you would hate to see something happen to Rodgers at the start. I'm just saying. I just thought it was good to...
Yeah, I mean, it could happen. Anything could happen. He could get hurt fucking walking to his apartment.
said one for a series during preseason, so one. If he plays one, that's okay.
Yeah.
But he might not play any. But I guess at home, week 2 would probably be the best case scenario, right, to play him there.
Yeah. And he can get familiar with playing at Heinz Field, though, too.
Yeah, true.
As a Steeler, one drive, and if it looked like Mason's first drive, he ain't going to be in there that long. He's going to fucking, boom, touchdown, and he sits down. I mean,
7-0.
Yeah, 7-0 at 13 minutes and 42 seconds. It could be that quick, too, you know?
What, one big pass?
That could happen. I mean, that could happen. And he sits down.
We'll just cover this quickly. I don't want to stay too long. I've been talking about it way too much. There's no real news at the moment with the Cameron Heyward thing. It's just every single party is going back and forth to each other. Have you guys heard any news about Cameron Heyward? I haven't heard any.
I haven't heard anything. All I know is when I signed my contract for my job, I can't make an extension. I can't do anything. I have to stick with the contract that's given me.
Yeah, but this is different.
This is different. He's making more money. Yeah.
It's the NFL. I think, to be honest, I think fans get too much in their feelings. It's let the Cameron Heyward and
what about if Aaron Rodgers tell him, "Hey, you going to be a Steeler or are you going to be a Steeler?"
He should. That'd be funny.
He should, because he was talking shit. I mean,
that would, you know what? That would actually make things lighter. I think. If he came out and he said, "What do you think about Cam?" and if he came and said that, I think the room would be a bit more lighter because it's a bit of a jab, bit of a funny poke, you know?
Yep.
Now, the media might take it seriously, but if he did it as a light joke, I think it'd be funny.
He has every
hey,
right
Cam, you going to be a Steeler or not? And they go, ha, and then they write a big story about it.
Yep. It'll be on Channel 11 News at like 11 o'clock. Aaron Rodgers calls out Cam Heyward. Watch it at 11.
Do you have anything to add there, Shane, with the Cameron Heyward thing? I've been talking about it for 5 days now. I'm a bit over it.
I think it's just like looking in your yard and seeing a pile of shit. You see it, you identify it, that's fine. But if you walk out right in front of you, step in it, that's a whole nother pile of shit. And that's what this is. You're stepping in it. It's all about timing. And this timing sucks. And we're looking at it, and it's on the bottom of our goddamn.
It is a shit feeling when you step in it when you're running around the yard and you've got a dog and you step in the dog shit and you're like, damn.
Yeah.
Then I gotta wash it off. It smells. My foot smells. My heel smells.
We're balls deep in training camp. We don't have socks on, so it's between our toes. We're not.
Oh, that's even worse. Going between your toes.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible.
That means you got like the right in the
in the crevice of your cracks. That's
a good analogy, actually. We can see the pile of shit, but we didn't. If we go too far near it, we step in it, and then we got stuck in shit.
If this would have been 2 weeks ago, we would have been like, "Okay, Cam, we go with your bad self." Yeah, AA Ron, sign that contract. You know.
Yeah.
But now, as Yinzers, we're like,
yeah, I know.
Right?
Okay, so what about? Let me ask you guys a question. If the shit is still on his foot against the first game of the Jets and he hasn't cleaned it off yet. Cleaning it off means he's signed.
No,
what about if he sits out that first game?
We've brought it in on the carpet, and Tammy's giving you a rash of shit. Say, Bubba, you brought dog shit on the freaking carpet.
If it gets that far, I still won't hate or dislike the person, Cam.
Okay.
But it'll be a very complicated situation.
Yeah, you can't deny the dog. But you're just irritated. You're just irritated. Cam.
Yeah. I'm just saying one. If it goes
it's not the dog's fault. Yeah, it's right. It's not the dog's fault, is it, Shane? It's a shit on your shoe, not the dog's fault.
The whole
That's
month of
a
September.
fucking great analogy. Oh my.
If he goes the whole month of September and sits on the sideline and has dog shit on his shoes for a month, what do we do?
Wait. That's a really good analogy. What Shane is saying is basically the dog's got to shit somewhere. You go and step in it. We're really pissed off and agitated and fucking annoyed. We walk in the house September, game versus the Jets, but it's not the dog's fault. The dog's got to go somewhere. That's a great analogy.
And it's our fault that we walked into the shit in the first place to get in the house. But I can't keep doing that for 3 weeks in a row.
But I can't blame the dog, right? I gotta blame the shit. The shit that is, I'm gonna blame the scenario.
I gotta blame not looking. My fault. I didn't see the shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Big time.
Yeah.
How many times can we say shit in a row on YouTube? By the way, there's a new. If you guys, or I don't know if you guys read the new. I try and keep up with my stuff.
No, I did not.
YouTube rules, right? You can in the very first 3 or 4 or 5 seconds, you can say shit as much as you want now. It's great.
What
they
else
changed these rules.
What else?
Well, you can say swear words and stuff like that,
Oh.
but in the monetization rules and those kind of things, and to do with ad stuff, in the first 7 to 10 seconds, you could not swear. If you swore, it demonetized the whole video. So now when you start, you say, "Fuck yeah, Steelers, let's go." You can. You're allowed.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know you held me
You
back.
guys gotta read. If you guys gonna get monetized me 500, you need to read your fucking rules.
I guess
All right?
I gotta read rule books. I didn't read rules.
You gotta read rule books, all right?
I didn't read rule books. Shane, did you read rule books?
What rule?
What are rules? Yeah, I know.
What are rules?
What are rules?
Anyways, that's a great analogy. I like that analogy. Let's hope it doesn't get that. Let's hope it doesn't get that far. We've gone as far enough to go to the hose, the outdoor hose it off. You know, get the soap out, wash your feet.
Yes.
Everything's good. And then you forget about it. And then also, you don't tell anyone. You know, I don't tell anyone if
I'd rather have it on my tennis shoes because then you can wash it off. Because I don't want it on.
You can get them off smooth flip flops. Sneakers have the waffle. Gets in there. You got to get up.
This is why like I'm on the show with you guys now. That's why I enjoy the show with you guys do on Steelers Dynasty podcast. All right, move away from that. We are now. Coming up is the Bucs game at home. Is there any certain players, Bubba, you think from the last game that has to do more than what they did? They got to step up, otherwise they're on the contention of being cut. Any player, offense or defense?
Oh, I don't. That number 37, that secondary guy, Axton McCutcheon, I believe he did get cut today because he's injury, so I don't have to worry about him.
Yeah, have a look.
But my thing that I was unhappy with in Jacksonville was the first half running of our running backs.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
I have to look at a little bit of negativity to see the positive side. I liked how Johnson ran. He just needs to get a little bit more yardage, but also too, they had second team offensive linemen after the first quarter. I'm sorry, 38.
Yeah. So he's gone. There's another new 38.
He's gone. He's gone. I don't know who 37 was, but
37 was McMichael.
Well, he couldn't tackle a fucking cold. He had and McCutcheon had an interception. Got called back from roughing the passer, but he went out with an injury, and they cut him, I think, today or yesterday. I just read that.
So you're saying the Steelers have to have a better
running game, just a better running game,
just with the offensive line and everything right from the get go. Yeah. Yeah,
I would like a little bit more yards, like in the first half, maybe say 40 to 60 yards rushing, no matter what game. Because then you're also looking at 100 yards maybe in the whole game in the regular season. They just got to get that consistency and just run the ball. I like that guy in the second half, the guy from Central Michigan. He was running the ball.
He's
very,
someone
very
to watch.
good.
I looked him up. I watched him highlights. Man, he's someone to watch. We talked about him in the 12 hour. Lou Nichols was a hard hitting runner, and he's a bloke that I think was very physical. I did the play by play breakdown. Everything he caught, he ran forward like Jalen Warren, man. So he looks very interesting. Shano, with this run game Bubba speaks about, how can they improve? What do they need to do on the offensive line?
Well, I think, man, how can they improve? Boy, that's like, it's like asking water to be wet. My goodness. ask the offensive line to be, to shore up and look a little better. For crying out loud, that's something we've been asking for the past couple of years. I thought they looked better, but it is the preseason, and guys are still trying to make squad. But my gosh, they just didn't look that crisp. I mean, they didn't. And
in pass protection, it looked okay, giving Rudolph time, but yeah, definitely in the run game.
Run game, so much. Pass protection looked sharp. The run game makes Rudolph look fantastic. Skyler looked fantastic. Run game looked.
Yeah, it's almost like and then as a blocker, they just didn't move past the line of scrimmage. They weren't setting up blocks, didn't get enough leverage, enough push. Oh. Therefore, it is like the last few years that Najee and those guys just get stuck behind the line and can't get through. That's a good point by Buckeye Bruce. Bruce, welcome to the show on Steelers Dynasty podcast.
Well,
if you have
not subscribed,
to the fellas here, it's Shano here and Bubba down here. Welcome to the show. This is their channel. So if you want to subscribe to them, you can. And he says, remember, you got to wear people out in order to run the game to start. That's very true. But I like their offense too. The offense was going passing, then run. Where normally it's run, pass, punt.
And punt. We had some great punts,
but I didn't see any really I watched highlights. I didn't watch the entire preseason because I was at a fundraiser.
You're busy,
but I didn't see any chip blocks, any really good blocking from the backs themselves. Mm-hmm. Even in the pass protection,
I see Connor Heyward miss a block.
I'm thinking about that. Yeah. So.
But Mason got it off, though, I believe.
Yeah, he got it off quick.
So, in comparison, the Jacksonville Jaguars had 3.9 yards average with 17 carries. Steelers had 25 with 66. And the best runner on the day was Lou Nichols with 31 yards. So, 31 yards was for 6 carries. The other 19 carries were 35. So, what's that? 19 carries of 35 yards. That's pretty bad.
Yeah,
but it's exhibition, and we will give them their reprieve. And they're going to run the ball in the second half of any exhibition to actually try to get these guys going. So, I mean, if Johnson would have ran a 20-yard TD, something had 20 yards or something and looked great, we wouldn't even be talking about it.
It's like this week if he runs a 45-yard TD. Next week versus the Bucs, we're like, oh, let's go! That's awesome.
It'd be a
sign Cameron Heyward. No,
don't walk on the shit in the yard.
Yeah, no, I think that's something that they're working on. I'm not too worried about it. But I just like how the offense. Here's one for you. What about the Arthur Smith offense in terms of play calling, Bubba? Did you enjoy that? I really enjoyed it.
I did because it's totally different. Because last year, Darnell Washington would roll out, Russell Wilson would roll out and throw him the ball. This year, that was not the case. That 19-yard straight stretch, and then you had this guy who's like on this video, a video I saw. He's like,
"Oh yeah, I saw that guy.
Who is that?
Yeah, who the fuck's number 80?
Who the fuck is that 80? Fucking dude, where in the fuck have you been? We already knew last year, and if you're a Steeler, and if you're actually knowing any type of football knowledge, you'll know what the Steelers drafted." And he looks great doing those streaks. That's a lot better than the quarterback rolling out, him catching him in the flat like he did with Russell Wilson, like he did the first 5 or 6 games last year. This touchdown last week was the signs of stuff to come. This tight end is going to be huge.
Bubba, we've been saying it. We said, 3 shows ago. This big ass just –
I don't even think that he has a big ass. I just think he's just a massive man of a man.
Big human. You just put it over his shoulder.
Who's going to stop him?
Yeah,
nobody.
That's it. Just drop it in there.
Even a 5-yard pass will turn into 10 yards or 12. I mean, if he gets 500 yards passing and say 5 touchdowns, I'm happy with that. That could happen.
So okay, here it is.
And Mr. Washington, I'm not saying you have a lot of cake, and you don't have a lot of cake back there. It's just the right amount of cake. Okay.
Darnell is 6'7", 2 meters in my language, or 6 foot. We use that too.
Massive.
And he's 264 pounds, 120 kilos for me.
Jesus
And his
Christ.
vertical is 31 inches, which is almost a meter. So 31 inches is like another couple of feet, right? So him being 6'7", he can jump up to near 7 feet.
9 feet.
He could dunk up to here on a basketball hoop.
Yeah, so we just got to give him the ball, and he's pretty athletic, and he was a tight end.
This is the greatest tight end department we've ever had.
God bless.
Yeah, wait until we see Jonathan Smith play as well.
Yeah,
we might see one series of him this week as well.
Maybe.
But I agree. I think the offense, to me, the play calling was much better than last year. It was smooth. It was hyped up. Like Mason Rudolph ran the offense like smooth as butter. Going out there down the field. Like since when have we seen that be that smooth?
We haven't. They haven't scored on a first drive like that, and they had once last year that they looked that good. I think it was against Cincinnati. These guys went down and scored. Like, woo, it was great.
Was it?
Yeah,
Woo. I bet Aaron Rodgers was actually on the headphones, actually talking to those guys.
Oh,
I mean, it was great. It was great.
Did you guys hear he had an interview today with Steelers.com. So I know you're getting the jersey, Bubba. Shane always wanted this to happen because he wanted the drama. But now it seems like everyone's not talking about Rodgers, they're talking about Cameron Heyward. Like Shane wanted the drama for the exciting season. I'm around Rodgers now. I think it's going to be a fun season. But did you hear the interview he did today or the other day?
I did not.
He talks like an offensive line coach. He is so like just calm and just like, and then stuff comes out and it's like you're thinking about it. You're like, oh yeah, he's just really wise and just calming and then when he gets, and probably he can get after it if he needs to. I really like listening to him talk. He would be great. On like NFL Network.
He was good on Jeopardy. I mean, God. He was a Jeopardy host. He was a Jeopardy host.
They did that today. On the Steelers Live. They did it. Must have been today's training camp or yesterday's one. But they did a Jeopardy segment with the Steelers, and they were asking him about questions about Heinz Field and asking about the sandwich. What's the sandwich called again?
Primanti Brothers.
Primanti's, yeah, stuff like Kenny Ward. So he did that, but he also was asked about Mike Tomlin and his relationship. And one thing he said he was never chased or never felt like he was forced into like coaching or football talk. When Mike was talking to him, it was a friend or a mate. It wasn't like he was trying to get something out of Rodgers, and that's why he signed because he was talking to Mike Tomlin for weeks and weeks and weeks. So whatever he was going through at the time. He's turned around and said, you know what, I will play with you. I'll play for you guys. He also said he doesn't need to play, but he wants to play because he wants to play football.
Has anybody seen his wife yet?
I don't know. Not sure.
I know he got married. I mean, but
that's what he said. He said he could retire now, go into the sunset, start his family, and never see football again or whatever. But he said he loves the game that much. He wants to play and see what happens with his team. And I think the Mike Tomlin connection with all the players we have on our defense. If you're Rodgers and thinking, fuck, the $150 million defense, hey, maybe we can have a shot. Maybe we can have a shot at winning something.
Anti-K.
Just win one and then go from that.
They might win two.
Hey, you got to let's go. Just get over that hurdle. It's been 8 years over that hurdle, and then just get one, and then I believe I'm all cashed in anyway, so I don't give a fuck what we talk about all year because I'm already cashed in. It's boom or bust for me.
Here's another guy I want to bring up too. I was listening this morning, right? There was Jalen Ramsey. Did you guys see the Pivot podcast out there?
No, but I heard he said some stuff.
If you didn't see it, go and watch that. Go watch the Pivot podcast because he does talk quite highly about being a physical Steeler for this team. And I think he's going to be a playmaker. I think he's going to be really, really good. And the fact he talks about, there was something he talked about with Joey Porter in saying that, someone asked who's going for the number one in reps. And Ramsey was like, hey, I go number one. And he said, I don't care if Joey Porter goes, I go number one. Because that's like, as a vet. But at the same time, he says, me and Darius Slay's a cool guy. He chills back and gets his reps whenever. But for Joey Porter, he could be number one, but I'm also number one. Do you know what I mean? And that's the physicality and competitive vibes. You go and listen to that video by Ramsey. It makes you want to run through a fucking wall. It really does. Like, he's getting this team defense up. We all know that Mike Tomlin now has got 1, 2, 3 corners like he's going to be on the field the whole time. Juan Thornhill, we saw what he can do in this defense.
Yeah, he
like,
looked
this
great.
Defense could be.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, not great, but good. Let's put it that way. I don't want to. He looked very, very good Saturday night, and that was against the first teamers too.
Yeah, he almost took that guy's head off. So yeah, if you guys can, and everyone in the chat as well, go listen to Jalen Ramsey on the Pivot podcast, and he's just talking about the team. He's talking about why he wants to play for Mike Tomlin. He's talking about this defense, talking about like what he wants to accomplish and all these kind of things. It's a really, really good podcast. But Bubba, with that being said, with Ramsey, do you think he'll play this week, or we won't see him again?
Everybody would be one series probably. Just one series. I believe all the starters that didn't play last week will play this week, one series, and then they're done.
Even TJ?
Maybe. I'm not a betting man, but that'd be a maybe. But really, what is TJ besides hitting somebody else and really getting into it? And look, if TJ goes out there and sacks Baker Mayfield in the first quarter, first play, then he can go sit down. I mean, and I like Baker Mayfield, don't get me wrong, but hey, it is what it is.
So maximum one drive, really.
Yeah.
One drive.
One series. That's it.
What up, Jamie? What up, Raul as well in the house? Yeah, man. I think it's going to be fun. Like, I know we're getting ready for the preseason games, but at the same time, we're also just getting ready for the Jets, right? That game's less than a month away.
But we'll also be playing against Tampa Bay's receivers, Mike Evans and all those guys. So we'll see a little bit how our secondary will be with a little bit more receiver competition, and with Baker Mayfield, because I think Baker is a better quarterback than Trey Lawrence.
Speaking of the secondary, who's the odd man out, Shane? Who's got to step up in the secondary?
What? I have no idea who's going to be who are they going to boot? I mean,
Corey Trice, if he doesn't get on the field,
he's still injured.
On him. Yep. And Beanie will make this team, and Brandon Eccles from the Jets will make this team. Mm-hmm. But there's everybody. A lot of people in the secondary are hurt too.
But Beanie, you think Beanie will get traded?
No. Beanie will not be. Well, Beanie will not be traded. There's no way. He got 5 interceptions last year. He can make this team. He might not be starting this year, but he'll add something in depth to the Steelers, which they didn't have last year.
I don't know.
I reckon, though, while you're thinking, I reckon there's a certain chance that Pierre gets cut. I thought he was quite poor last time on teams. Obviously, terrible. some of the third and fourth stringers. I think there's got to be a way where they have Porter, Slay, Ramsey, Eccles, and Beanie Bishop. That's 5. That's 5.
And what about
pretty good with those 5.
What about Castro?
Well, he could be 6.
Making with Elliott,
To me, he could be 6, but at least take 5. But Castro's the safety. But Trice will be doing with injury, and I think they're just carving their roles out as they go, because I don't think you can they should not get rid of Beanie Bishop and Eccles together. They both played really well.
And that Kent rookie that they drafted has been hurt also.
He's been hurt too, so these guys are probably going onto the squad, right? To me, it's shaping out really easily from our standpoint, not from the player standpoint. It's I think it's going to be quite fun. The secondary is fucking 10 times as better as we ever had. Might be the best secondary we've had in a long time.
And that defensive line is looking good too.
Yeah, Killebrew might, like Daredevil said, he might make because he's in this because of special teams, but
he's the captain.
Kickoff role, you don't have those. We thought there'd be a special spot for folks but I don't think that's a niche like we thought that was going to be. Because
They tried that last year with Cordero Patterson and it didn't really work. The kickoff wasn't as what's the word? It wasn't as threatening as it sounds like, you know.
Didn't have
now
it wasn't
with Killebrew, there could be a time where his time may be up soon. Because he'd be safety depth, but he'll be teamer. He's a great teamer because he can put his hands up and get to the field goal, all right? But speaking of teams, what are your thoughts, fellas, about Carson Bruner making the team? Because he also played really good football too. He had three tackles on the teams and was all around the ball on punting situations and return.
He's probably going to make it, like Devil said, probably on special teams. And that's the best way to make this team is special teams. So if James Pierre does not make this team for special teams,
I don't think
Bruner takes his spot. Miles Killebrew will still be an added resource for our special teams no matter what. I mean, he's still doing what he's doing, and you also need a number one person on your special teams, and that is him.
They've cut James Pierre before, and I've been a fan of him. I think he's played well with us in some parts over the years. But I don't think he has this year this role because how could you choose him over Brendan Eccles, who made almost two or three big plays, and Benny Bishop was all around the ball? That would be a silly move to me to take him over those guys and only play him as a teamer. But
unless somebody balls out,
unless
somebody balls out, like Devil says, Saturday and next week, somebody just balls out in the secondary and just makes his team based on these last two games.
But, there's also the fight there too. Carson Bruner, I think, against the matchups now is Carson Bruner with the camp competition, I think, is Mark Robinson. I think he's the one matching up there, the middle linebacker. Is there any other guys that you think, fellas, that are on the outside looking in, trying to make the team?
I want Rock Taylor to have a big game this week because he needs to get something. One of those receivers, him and that Williams, one of those receivers has to make the push to be the sixth receiver. So if Rock has that Williams had that long touchdown, he looked great. Taylor has to get a touchdown or something kind of a big game, touchdown and maybe 60 yards receiving or something. And, this game and next game to make the team.
What about you, Shano? Any other players that, on the outside looking in, needs to have a really competitive game to force the Steelers' hand in choosing them?
I think guys like Wilson, it's a lock, even though he didn't play much last year. But Killebrew, there's guys going to be on the practice squad that are going to be brought up. But are there going to be any moves like Pierre's? I just can't think of anybody else that's just floating in the wind.
Is it my internet or is it Shane? I think is my internet bad today?
I don't know.
I feel like all of the internet's been bad today. To be honest, I think I've gone out a few times. I think Jeddah was right. The back end receivers will have a chance. Those three guys we talked about the other day. Shane, Fraser. Okay, cool. Yeah, those guys. Which was Rock Taylor. The other bloke was Brennan Johnson and Kishore Williams. I think they are fighting for it. Max Hillman, they're fighting for the team.
Yeah, he's fighting desperately to make the team, but how would he make the team as a running back?
Well, he's running back / receiver / something /
yeah,
team,
that would he'd have to be like a Swiss Army knife, and he'd have to beat out.
He's
Connor
a perfect bloke though to put on the practice squad this year, and then he fights again for next year. Like he's perfect to do that. But you might choose one of these guys like Rock Taylor to be number 6 receiver. I do find it interesting though, is what the Steelers are going to do in terms of running back. They're going to have Warren number 1, Johnson 2, Kenny G 3. Do they carry a 4th?
I believe they do. I just don't.
I think so too as well.
Because you have a fullback. You have a fullback, so that would it be Connor? That guy that got hurt from Alabama would have been the 4th.
I think maybe.
And then Connor would have been cut, but his injury messed everything up.
I don't know if the Steelers are ever going to cut Connor. They seem to like him a lot.
Probably not. He's like one of them things that you have with a pad on a ball.
Yeah.
What the hell you call that?
But Rogers gave him a really good appreciation pose for Connor. So,
jeez.
What about Max Roman doing somersaults and acrobatics? He's always good doing that shit.
yeah, so he's a bloke I'm saying, like, I think he might have a chance to make practice squad.
Yeah.
But I feel like this running game, how it's going to work, they might carry 4, but most times they carry 3, you know? Yeah, Jetta wants the 80s to come back. That's the 80 receivers, 89, 85, the high numbers. Like the number behind you, Bubba, 86.
86, and then 88, and then 88, and 82, and
yeah,
those are some good
receivers. The 80 numbers do look pretty good as a receiver.
Yeah.
They look really cool. I prefer them over the single digits or the 14s or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what we have.
The Deans.
Yeah, because we got Metcalf 4, Woods wearing 16, Calvin Austin 19.
Robert
Miller,
Woods, he
13.
was fucking invisible. He was like a ghost.
Yeah, he caught 2 catches. And that's one I think the Steelers got to make a choice. Do they go with the young guys or they go with the older blokes, right? What do they do? You know?
I don't know.
What the hell's up with my internet today?
I don't know if it's yours or mine, or if it's something going on.
It's probably the heat, because I mean the heat has something to do with internet service, I'm sure, when it's so hot out.
Oh, we had some other news too, Phil, as well. I saw there was an interview with Will Howard. How do you say Will Howard, Bubba? Will Howard?
Will Howard.
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 Howard or Howard.
Howard. Yep, Howard.
He did an interview. He might be a chance to come back and play game 3.
He couldn't.
Maybe he was throwing today.
Ooh, that's good.
He had no surgery. He was no surgery, and he was throwing today. There could be a chance he plays game 3. I think.
All he's got to do is do a series, and then he can see what he got, and then that's good. Because if he's holding the clipboard, he's going to be holding the clipboard. Because Skyler worked his way into a 3rd string. They'll keep 4. They'll keep 4 quarterbacks because they have to.
They won't keep 4 on the roster.
I
guarantee you.
No, they have to.
I'm telling you, they won't. They never have. They never have. Since when?
I don't know. I have to think.
I'm telling you right now, all right? You can shoot me down if you want to, but I'm telling you, they will keep 3. They will go with Rogers, Rudolph, and the 3rd one. And the other guy the 4th guy always goes to the practice squad. They never
he'll
keep
go
4.
to practice squad.
Yeah, they won't keep 4, though.
But Will Howard, if he goes on a practice squad, somebody can pick him up and take him.
Correct. So here's the thing. What they can do, I think I heard one of the analysts say, was they could put him on the IR for 6 weeks.
No way.
So they could do on the IR for 6 weeks or whatever it may be, right? But they won't keep 4 because 4 is too many. They have. Well, okay.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they have normally Rogers, Rudolph is QB2, and then your QB3 is the emergency quarterback. And what they do is they normally have 2 quarterbacks that are game day ready, and QB3 puts a helmet on, and if something happens, they jump in, and QB3 does not count towards a roster on game day. Well,
if Will Howard goes to the practice squad, somebody will pick him up.
Yeah, that's what they're saying too. So there was another idea out there that I heard through the radio vibes of saying that if Will Howard's on the practice squad, another team might get him to be QB3 and to make him the emergency quarterback, right? But they're saying if he's that injured, they might put him on IR for 6 weeks.
But if he's throwing the ball, he at first he couldn't grip the ball, but if he's throwing the ball like you said, he could be ready. But also too, if he's on the practice squad, somebody will pick him up because that's what happened.
What they do is, I think the injury.
That dude that went to Kansas City, that Chris. That 7th round pick we got, yeah.
What they'll probably do is they'll do Rogers, Rudolph, and Howard will come back and he'll take the 3rd spot. And even if he's injured, they'll still make him QB3 to be the emergency guy. It's how they normally use their quarterbacks in that rotation. And 4th will be Skylar. Then depends. He can probably sit there in practice. But in saying that, I think we do want to see what he can do, right? If Will Howard is playing in, game 3, I think the fan base wants to see him throw a few passes, right?
Well, yeah, but also too, I don't want him getting lost in the shuffle at practice and we lose him the next day after. Somebody will take him if we don't
Yeah, but I
put
don't
him
think the
somewhere.
Steelers would do that. I think they'd be quite silly to do. I think they wouldn't do that unless
But
they
even
feel
if
that
they put
confident.
Skyler on the practice, somebody will pick him up. I
Yeah, but
mean,
that's always gonna that's a chance it can happen, right?
well, I
But
mean, he had such a good game. His stock went up a little bit
yeah,
Saturday night.
I just don't know if the Steelers feel that confident in having him to be number 3 because the idea was always to be Will Howard. Like if that was Will Howard throwing those 3 fucking TDs, we'd be marching downtown right now to Pittsburgh to we are going to win Super Bowl.
Right.
Right? Because he's the rookie, he's a new guy. And look, did you? I listened to his interview, right? In his interview, he's so frustrated he can't play. He's
Right.
so pissed off at himself because he's like, oh, I want to be out there, I want to play, but he can't. So it looks like to me, I think he'll miss this week and then maybe play.
They've seen enough again. They've seen enough with him in training camp. They just want to see something of him against the other team. Hopefully that happens. But I don't know how they're gonna take a 6th round draft choice. You think?
As in the practice squad. So Will Howard was 6, but I don't know. I don't think they're gonna. Yeah, they're gonna make him number 3 somehow, some way.
Sometimes when they pick these guys, sometimes the scouts mess stuff up too. I mean, the scout that picked fucking Tom Brady is probably jumped off a fucking cliff. But also too, that was great. And then AB was a 6th round pick, and look what happened. So I mean, you just don't know.
It's always good.
You just never know.
You judge them right now, then 2 years later they start playing fantastic football, and then you're right. But in terms of quarterback, yeah, I think
we're drafting a number 1 quarterback next year. It doesn't matter whatever. We need a quarterback for the next 10
I don't
years.
know.
Oh, we have
just yet.
Yeah, I believe we will.
I don't know. I don't know about if they're going to do number 1 or whatever it may be. I still think they might go.
Well, if we got the Super Bowl, we got we're going to have a 32nd pick or 31st pick. But honestly, there's.
But I don't think it's locked. I don't think it's locked in stone. I think it's locked. It's locked in straight away because they do want to find out what's going on with Howard. There is a possibility. I know we're not there yet. But what if Rodgers says, you know what, I want to run it back? You never know.
Well, that's true too. But also,
I don't think that they're set in stone to go.
Do you have an option at 1st round pick next year at seeing a franchise quarterback for 10 years, 107 or 8, however they are, because it is a big draft class for quarterbacks? Do you fucking pass somebody up as long as it ain't fucking from Pitt and no Kenny Pickett shit? But there's other quarterbacks out there.
It's a good point by Mr. T. He says, would they keep Howard to not look bad at drafting? But we're not there yet, fellas. We're not near the fucking draft yet. That's months away. Away. And Shane got back from his internet. Did you refix it?
Smacked it.
Yeah, just reset it and all good to go.
I have one question for the works to blow your heads, like make you fucking just lose your shit before we go.
Now?
How many losses does Aaron have to have before you guys pull the plug? 3, 4?
For me wanting to, or are you saying the Steelers pull the plug?
Yeah, how many does it take for Tomlin to pull the plug on?
He's never going to pull the plug. He's
If he has 4 losses,
if he
pull the plug
in a row,
nope. 4 in a row. They go.
No, that won't happen.
When's our bye? Oh, week 5.
That will not.
It'd have to be. I think 6. I think 6 because then he can save his season. If we lost 6 times in a row and it was all Rodgers' fault, I think they would make the move to bench him and then play Rudolph.
And if they ever benched him, he'll never come back in the starting position. It will never happen. They'll never bench him unless it's injury. Unless it's injury.
You think he would go? Wait, if they're losing 0-7 and it's Rodgers' fault, he still wouldn't do it.
I cannot see him going.
I don't know about that.
I cannot see him go 0-7. I can't see him go 0-3. I can't see him go.
It's not about can't. I think
I'm not going.
You got to choose one, but
I'm not.
You got to choose one.
If he's out with injury, I can see, but I don't see them pulling him because if they pulled him and his Tomlin friendship will fucking dissolve, and then you're going to see the Aaron Rodgers of everybody because he'll be like motherfucking everybody. I don't see it happen.
What do you think, Shane? What do you think, Dave? If it had to happen,
I think if they go four losses, and they're going to pull the plug.
Before the bye.
Yeah, before the bye. If they
Nope, I can't see that.
4 games.
No, they're not losing 4 fucking games in a row this year, Shane. This team is there is no way. There is no way
that happens.
I know you're bringing stuff out there to get me all whatever, but I'm just saying it ain't happening.
But he did.
That's why I love these questions, because it gets Bubba on the edge of his seat.
If he gets hurt, if Aaron Rodgers gets hurt by injury,
He's not hurt, Bubba.
that's the only reason that
he's playing
he needs
bad.
to be out. I don't see Aaron Rodgers playing bad. I just cannot see him playing bad.
See, Shano, Bubba's going to get the Rodgers jersey.
I'm all fucking Aaron Rodgers-fied. I'm all with him.
I see what he's saying, right? Basically, if he's playing that bad, will Mike Tomlin pull Rodgers? He's playing that shithouse, or no, because they're friends? Is basically the question, right, Shane? Because they're mates. Because they're mates, will he pull him or not?
They're mates or not? This is a $1 billion industry.
I don't see him pulling him, because I don't see him ever going that bad. I don't see him costing games. If he maybe one game, he might cost him a mental lapse.
Black and blinders on, Bubba.
I got Super Bowl blinders on. I just can't see him. I just can't. I just cannot.
Okay.
It's a funny question to stir the show up near the end.
I did.
I don't see him. I mean, we're going to be picking games here in a couple weeks. I mean,
I'm not saying they're going to go 0-4, Bubba.
I've had people tell me, Shane, that they're before they sign Aaron Rodgers, the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's not even a Steeler fan. One of my coworkers said they were going fucking 13-4 with Mason quarterback.
I think Mason Rudolph is looking damn good, and I'm having buyer's remorse with Aaron. But
alrighty, here's the flip side. Here's the flip side to calm us down a bit. Calf says we are more likely to pull Rodgers than because we are 28 ahead and let Mason or Will Howard play than the other side.
That I can agree with. I can agree with that.
Okay.
Yeah. But what Shane's saying is basically if we go that bad with Rodgers there, he's getting sacked, interceptions, he's shit. He just doesn't work out for us. Is there a breaking point where the Steelers must pull him to save the season with Rudolph?
Right.
I cannot see it happening. I just can't. I can't see us. I can't see the total debacle of the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2025 with this Steelers defense, with all these new position players that we got, this department of tight ends. I can't see it. I can see maybe losing a couple, but I cannot see us going like 0-6. There ain't no fucking way.
I got a question
off the back of my porch.
I got a question for Shane then, a little bit similar to last year. Do you think that the Steelers let Aaron Rodgers push a sleigh in the next week or so, get injured, and they start Mason Rudolph for 6 weeks?
No, he's not pushing any sleighs or pulling any sleighs like for Santa. But no, he's not doing any of that. No, he's not pushing any of those sleds around Latrobe or around Pittsburgh or South Side. But no, seriously, think back to a team that the Steelers had about 15 years ago that went to a Super Bowl that started off losing some games.
But they didn't pull nobody.
No, they didn't pull anybody. But
they didn't pull Ben Roethlisberger.
No, they didn't pull Ben Roethlisberger.
No, they did.
I'm just saying, I'm just playing the what if game.
I like the what if game because
I know the what if game gives me a fucking headache. When you're
you hate it. Gets everybody riled up. I do it.
I think it's fun because Bubba's like, no, they're not. It's not going to happen. Doesn't give the answer. No, it's not going to happen.
What? Bubba's like, what? What?
No.
I mean, look what 86 Toddy 86. They scored 31 points in preseason. If they average,
oh really? There you go.
If the Steelers average 27 points a game in a regular season, that's about 12 points before last year's, and we are going to be a totally different team when we're scoring in the mid 20s. And if
they scored 32 points in last preseason in 3 weeks. We've already scored 31. Wow. There you go.
If we start scoring points and then our offense is totally different, how can they stop a three-headed King Ghidorah fucking tight ends. There's no way. They can't. This tight end fucking room, and that's not even including Metcalf.
Yeah, Metcalf's going to be something special.
I think the whole Steelers offense could be something special. They haven't seen it in such a long time. And this defense is going to shut people down because I think they have like they got kicked in the balls against the Ravens. You know when you get kicked in the nuts? It's like,
let's. I don't know how long we're going to go for, but next few whatever's right because Shane really sparked it up again. I love these questions because they just keep us on our toesies, you know, on our toesies. Here's something for you. If you can, fellas, go and find some highlight footage of YA Black. He played 10 snaps in the preseason game. He played fantastic football. What are your thoughts on YA Black, Shano, and his contribution to the team?
Because he has such his clip so nice. We talked about the fact he has a good barber. No, seriously. No, seriously.
Yeah, definitely.
He
seems like a guy. He's always look happy too. He's always happy, but he's like really
big
physical.
as a house. He's a house.
Yeah.
He's a condominium.
320 pounds is just joy, and he's just bringing happiness to that guy across the line. He's a handful, and I tell you what, he really brought it. Just imagine him against the Jets,
and their line sucks.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day.
Oh, just found that he apparently went down with injury yesterday with an arm injury. So hopefully he's okay.
Where the hell did you see that at?
What?
On penlive.com.
The fuck
it says here, I've been really impressed by his ability to chase the ball and screens and stuff being 336 pounds, Tomlinson on radio. In his mindset regarding hustling and encouraging for a man that big, so part of... so part of it's now the grocery shopping, but now it's time to cook. Tomlin's got some crazy things, dude. Khan said it's been great to have him here. He's been what we expect. Apparently had some kind of small injury. Nothing too crazy.
He suffered an arm injury and did not practice Tuesday. He was seen wearing an arm brace.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be right.
He'll be right.
They would have told us by now it was something serious. But yeah, Omar Khan said he's been great. He's been what we expect on Sirius XM NFL Radio. I think he's only going to get better. We feel fortunate he's even here at the 5th round. It was easy when we were on the clock. Black has a far way to go as a pass rusher, but he's producing good run defense. So I saw him play, man. I thought he was playing really good. I watched it again. I thought YA Black was on fucking fire. Big dude. Whoosh.
That's the recipe for that's what the Steelers needed end of last season when they were getting stomped and run up like a turnstile, like.
Yeah, he's 6'6", 336 pounds. So how many fucking kilos is that?
That fucking game against the Ravens is revenge. That whole week is just going to be diabolically thinking revenge, hitting Lamar Jackson this time, and shutting out Derrick Henry.
Yeah, I agree. He's 150 kilos? Holy, because I don't know the pounds, right? That takes me a while to fucking rego. Holy shit, he's 150. He's 6'6" and 150. Far out. Yeah, I'm excited to see him too. So Carl says, Derek Harmon was really good too. How big is Derek Harmon? Is he like the same?
Like 140 kilos.
Probably 143 kilos.
Yeah.
Jesus. Derek.
And that doesn't include Keanu Benton.
The other dancing bear. Because there was good I saw there was a Twitter post on it. I don't know who put it out there. Might have been Steelers Deep or something like that. Well, no, I think it was Brian Baldinger. Brian Baldinger did it, the breakdown. And he was just doing swim moves and pushes and getting around the guy and chasing down the quarterback. It was really fun to watch. That was YA Black. Derek Harmon, how big is he? Because these two guys could be the set in stone guys for the next 3 or 4 years, you know? Mm-hmm. What's he? Is he also 6'6" too?
I don't think he's as tall.
No, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for these
5 years. Give him 5 to 8. 5 to 8 years would be good.
If you're gonna
he's 6'4", 313, so he's 313 pounds.
That's a jersey to buy, right there.
Harmon,
defensive line jerseys.
Yeah, absolute units. Yeah, I'm looking forward to those blokes. Just want to give them a shout out for the D line, because once they sort stuff out, come week 1, you're gonna have in rotation. You're gonna have Harmon, I think, starting.
Loudermilk
Heyward,
was half
Benton.
decent. Loudermilk
He was
half
too,
decent.
actually.
I'm not a big Loudermilk fan, but I mean, I'll give him his just dues.
Yeah, I think he'll be in rotation too.
Well, they need to keep him all fresh. Keep all those big guys fresh. Fresh.
And you see these guys come in, and the sinking.
Shane's internet's cooked today.
There he is. Sinking what, Shane? What was it?
In your stomach when you see these guys come in to eat at your establishment. You're just like,
oh, you know you're lost. You know you're losing. You lost 50% if those guys are walking in your restaurant.
How much food do you reckon those big blokes would eat?
A lot.
Calorie wise.
12,
oh, they probably eat 7,000 calories a day.
Are they just eating like meal by meal every 3 hours? Are they eating like one big breakfast, big lunch, big dinner?
Probably four meals a day, 5
probably.
But like, you know, what is it, like rice and stuff like that, like what protein, like, you know what I mean, like good stuff.
Just everything.
Chicken and rice.
Just everything. I mean, when Alan Faneca was an offensive lineman, he was huge. When he retired, he's lost so much weight. I think he does like 2,500 calories now. He was doing 6,000 calories, 7,000 calories.
And they need it, right? They need all that food to produce all the energy, right? What they're doing.
Yeah, even a defensive lineman. The offensive, those guys eat a lot. They have to.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll get out of the show now. It was a good show for the hour and a half or whatever it was.
Well, it's a lot quicker than 12.
Oh, so much easier.
Oh my.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to the game coming up. You guys will do the podcast tomorrow as well on Steelers Dynasty podcast, trying to get them to near 500.
We're at 451. Last time I looked, we are 49 away. We are Dwayne Woodruff away from 500. And Dwayne Woodruff is actually now a judge in Allegheny County.
So what are you? 40 what? 9?
49.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, good show. Anything else you want to add, Shano or Bubba?
Sorry about the glitching.
Nah, it happens.
Well, it's a hot day in Western Pennsylvania. And then, so we got tomorrow, and then we got our Saturday night against Tampa Bay. And
you doing a live party as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another one.
Now it's Bubba's time and Shane's time to do it.
No, I'm not. Well, if I didn't have to work the next day, I would have. That was rough. But now I have to be. You know, I like competition. Competition's good. So we did 7, a little after 7 with the second day of the NFL draft, and then people are talking about this draft. I've been telling people what we're going to do, so it's going to be here before we know it. But,
yeah, we've got to try and organize a pub and that. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, but I just want to get through this week, because this week's there's so much going on. And then Tampa Bay, I want to see Dave kick that field goal for $10,000. That's a lot of pressure, but hopefully he was an offensive lineman, so lineman can actually make a kick, but I don't know how far it is. 20 yards or 10, I don't know. I couldn't kick to save my life, but he'll be down around the field.
So I think it is this Saturday, 7 p.m. It's Steelers versus Buccaneers at Heinz Field. That's when it starts, I think. And then for me, it's 9 a.m. So I'll probably.
That's not bad. You don't have to get up so early.
Yeah, I'll be probably up like 7 or something like that, and just do some more talking, because it was quite fun calling the game. It was really. I thought it was a really good game last week.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of. I felt like a football color commentator. Yeah. Oh, the Steelers in the sidecar. Oh, Mason's in the shotgun.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah, well, maybe I can get a job like that. But.
And then it's also at the same time, when it comes to the regular season, quite stressful. You know. Mm-hmm. But I think to be honest, I think we're going to blow the doors off the Jets. Something tells me they're going to score 10 points or less.
I think
we're going to win 31-10.
Justin Fields is going to fumble the fucking ball because he's going to see fucking TJ Watt running up. He's like,
that whole defense is going to be so intimidating, from Juan Thornhill to everybody. Ramsey to everyone. TJ
he's going to have the shakes Saturday morning. Saturday night. There's no home field advantage too. He's going to be shitting himself.
But there's no home field advantage in New York, MetLife Stadium. There's none. You know, we have the advantage.
No, there's no. They don't have too many fans.
So I think we're going to getting prepped up for that one to win that one too. To come out strong in a real strong defensive performance. Alrighty, thank you, Bubba. Thank you, Shane.
Thank you, Mark.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys tomorrow on the Steelers Dynasty podcast.
9:00.
Fine. It's every Wednesday, is it?
Every Wednesday at 9:00, unless my power goes out, and then I'll use my phone.
Didn't that one time you do it from your car anyway?
I did, yes.
I called him.
I mean, at least we're structured, and we actually do it. And I know there's a lot of Steeler podcasts out there, but we are not your X's and O's podcast. We are your diehard, thriving through wins and losses, and hopefully more wins and losses. So
definitely
we talk about other stuff besides Steeler stuff too. So
thanks, Bruce.
Thank you, Bruce.
Well, I will catch you guys there tomorrow night in the chat. So thank you, Bob. Thank you, Shane.
Thank you, Mark.
See you. See you. I'll see you guys later.
Hey, Road.
Put the light. Left the light on. See you later. Bye.